Okay, Long Island, we're in Huntington, New York today. We're still going over the book of John, so let's go chapter 12, verse 1. Then Jesus, 6 days before the Passover, came to Bethany, where Lazarus was, which had been dead, whom he raised from the dead. Okay, so he's going back to Bethany where he raised Lazarus from the dead. Okay. And it's saying it's 6 days before the Passover feast, right? All right, so verse 2. There they made him a supper, and Martha served. But Lazarus was one of them that sat at the table with him. Okay, so it's just giving you a picture of what's going on. Lazarus at the table with Jesus, and Martha served, so they're making a meal for Jesus there. Okay. In verse 3, then took Mary a pound of ointment of spikenard, very costly, and anointed the feet of Jesus, and wiped his feet with her hair. And the house was filled with the odor of the ointment. Imagine, he said a pound of ointment. And, right, that's right, and wiped his feet with her hair. Wow. Okay, verse 4. Then saith one of his disciples, Judas Iscariot, Simon's son. Now, just so, it's Simon's son, but that's not Simon Peter. It's a different Simon. A lot of people have the same names back then, so that's not. Don't want you to get confused. That's not Simon Peter that he's talking about. But Judas Iscariot is not Simon Peter's son. That's not. It's a different Simon. Okay. Which should betray him. Right. So let's read it again. Then saith one of the disciples, Judas Iscariot, Simon's son, which should betray him. That's all that verse says. All right, so Judas chirps in as they're watching this. In verse 5. Why was not this ointment sold for 300 pence and given to the poor? Right, so he's just talking about the money. He's like, he'd rather a pound of ointment, very costly. Why don't you sell the ointment and you can get some money out of it, and then you could give to the poor? Right, Judas Iscariot has got this great suggestion, Okay.